So
Sure.
you were pretty clear in what you thought might happen in our conversation a month ago. You said if they don't pull us back a little bit, you're going to see a lot of people out of work and you're going to see the economy crushed. Do you think you've been vindicated?
I'm sorry that I'm vindicated. I wish it hadn't happened, Tucker. I'm thankful that we are now, Tucker, finally beginning to open up Texas and other states because it's been long overdue. You know, they told us, Tucker, to follow the science. Well, what science? I mean, at the end of January, Dr. Fauci, who I have great respect for, said this wasn't a big issue. 3 weeks later, we were going to lose 2 million people. Another few weeks later, it was 1 to 200,000. Now it's under 60,000. And we've had the wrong numbers, the wrong science. 500 people out of 29 million. And we're locked down. And we're crushing the average worker. We're crushing small business. We're crushing the markets. We're crushing this country. And what I said when I was with you that night, there are more important things than living. And that's saving this country for my children and my grandchildren, and saving this country for all of us.
What's more important than living? Not your life, even though you tried to portray yourself as this martyr last month. But what you're saying is that other people's lives are less important than the profits of the people in your state, and most likely your own profits, right? Coronavirus is right now the leading cause of death in the United States. The leading cause of death in this short period of a time. And you know how you can prevent that death? By staying home, quarantining, not coming into contact with other people. That's how you slow the spread. It's so obvious. I don't need to even say it out loud. But of course, when you're a cult of selfishness like the Republican Party is, you don't take that into consideration because it's inconvenient for you. And then he talks about how Dr. Fauci, all the numbers were shifting because projections are numbers based on set circumstances, and the circumstances kept changing. I know that's really hard for you to grasp. I know the whole facts over feelings crowd can't understand basic statistics, but yeah, of course, it's all about profit. It's all about churning that forward. And Texas is going to be one of the many states, or one of the many Republican states that are going to begin in the next few weeks reopening their state, despite all the warnings from health experts. Governor Abbott of Texas, who this guy, Dan Patrick, serves under, is starting the process of reopening Texas, one of the largest states in the country, as early as in a few days. In addition to Georgia, the governors of Texas, Tennessee, and South Carolina have also announced plans to allow some businesses to open their doors in the next couple weeks. Last week, Texas Governor Greg Abbott announced plans to allow some retail businesses to open this Friday, though he said schools would stay closed for the rest of the academic year. We have demonstrated that we can corral the coronavirus, Abbott said, according to the Texas Tribune. You know how we've demonstrated that? By closing non-essential businesses, by socially distancing, by not having the economy reopen. That's how we've done that. So doing the opposite of how we corralled it is counterintuitive, and we haven't even effectively corralled it. And you know what's hidden behind all of this? They're rich, they'll be okay. You know, we get it. Like, Governor Abbott's disabled, older. Same with this guy, Dan Patrick. He's older, he's 70 years old. But they're rich. They'll survive. They're not older, non-white, poor workers who are disproportionately affected by this. African Americans are disproportionately affected by the coronavirus. They don't have to go work at CVS or Whole Foods or at the Fairway checkout counter. They don't have to do any of that stuff. They can socially distance if they want. That's really what's underlying all of this. It's not affecting everyone I know. We're still going to the park. It's affecting poorer people disproportionately, and that's another layer on top of why the Republicans are eager to open this economy back up. They don't care if they sacrifice low-income Black or brown people. It's always been that. It's always been that way. And this is just another manifestation of their sociopathy, racism, and classism that is just a part of their overall political philosophy.